How's it going, everyone? Vlad here, and today I've got a quick tutorial for you. As part of some of the projects and work that I'm doing on Ignition specifically, I will be moving from the server-based gateway onto an IPC, which is going to contain a smaller instance. It is a demo that I will be showcasing at Automate later this year. There's not a lot of resources yet for Ignition 8.3 that has a fairly different interface, so I thought I would make this tutorial to help out those of you who are looking to try out the features. So what you will notice is that I have two gateways. One is going to be on the IP of 192.168.0.54. This is the server upon which I have developed an application on Ignition 8.3. This has been running for a couple of months. I now have a different gateway which is going to be residing on an IPC, and this is at the IP address of 192.168.0.230. It is currently revision 8.3.3, and so what I'm looking to do is move the project from the development gateway onto this IPC. Of course, there's going to be multiple ways. I spoke to Inductive Automation on a podcast recently. There's probably a better way to set this up via GitHub and GitHub Actions. However, we're going to do that manually today, which is the simplest approach. What we need to do is, first of all, we need to locate the projects. Again, the UI changed a little bit, but if we navigate into projects, you will see that there is going to be this Joltek filling line version 001. And you can, by the way, you can download this for free on my GitHub account as well. That being said, we will click the three dots here, and I don't see this displayed. I'm just double checking that my OBS is actually capturing this, but we will hit on export. This will allow us to select a folder. I'm going to select my network attached storage. I'm going to navigate into Joltek. Technical, let's see here, technical. This is going to be filling line, ignition projects. We're going to create a new folder with the date, so 01 March 10, 2026. Press on create. I'm going to save the entire project within this folder. I'm going to allow this to download. I'm going to navigate to the other gateway, in which I'm going to navigate to the same project structure. And here, as you can see, I don't have any configurations yet. I'm going to navigate into projects. I'm going to select import project. I'm going to choose the file, Joltek filling line, press on open. I want it to be the same name, so I'm going to project name, import. That looks good. What I also need to handle, and I'm going to navigate back onto home. I'm going to double click on launch, and notice that this is the 230, so this is the new project that I have. As you can see, none of the connections are being made. Of course, I can launch the designer, which we will do in just a moment. Let's see here, it should already be downloaded, so we can just launch the designer. I'm going to open that as well. Let's see here. And so inside of my designer window, I don't have the other server, so I'm going to add designer. In this case, I need to add the same IP address as well as port. Let's copy that in. There you go, it's already in place. Add designer. Perfect. Open designer. We have the login. It's the exact same credentials on both gateways based on my setup. So here we have the project. We can open it. I am assuming, and here it's loading on my other window, we're not going to have any of the tags or connections that we had based on the other PLC. So what I can double check is, if I go into my main views in this case, I can open the filler or any other views for that matter. We will notice that there's no connections. So what I also need to do, in addition to making these changes, is add the connections that we need to make to the PLC, which is now at a different IP address, but also not on the same network at all. So if we double check the first gateway, we will see that the connections in this case are tied to this Rockwell PLC, and we can click these dots, click on edit, 192.168.1.5. In this instance, it's going to be 192.168.1.15. Let's go into the other gateway, click on connections. We will see that there are no devices configured. We will click on create device connection. In this case, it is a modern Allen Bradley controller, so I'm going to select accordingly. Press on next. I'm going to give it the exact same name as we had in the past. There's going to be a host name of 192.168.1.15. I tested this earlier. The port is going to remain the same. Timeout. Perfect. Click on create device connection. As you can see, the connection is established. The last thing that we do need to establish is, of course, the communication to our tags, and I'm just going to bring this into view as much as I can. What we do need to, first of all, we're going to hit on refresh. We need to browse the devices that we've just added. Devices, Joltec, PLC. And again, in this case, I just threw all of the tags in. There aren't too many to be concerned with. So I'm going to put that into our tag provider, press on apply, press on OK. And what you will notice is all the connections to the correct tags have been established. There's going to be counts that show up. All the red bars are gone. We have our gateway configured for this application. If you have a more extensive project, this is going to be a little bit different. However, I wanted to showcase moving this project over from the development gateway onto what I would call in this instance production ready. My goal is to test out some of the features of Ignition 8.3. We will be creating a more autonomous deployment structure using GitHub, as well as GitHub Actions perhaps, or some of the other tools that Inductive has mentioned. But in any case, that's all I have for you today, and I will see you next time.